Hello guys and welcome to Angola. I am just outside a little village called Babila, and up there behind me you see the big escarpment. Right in the middle there is Tundavala. It's a huge gorge that cuts in through the escarpment. I was up there 2 days ago, and then today I'm driving down here under the highlands to see it from the other side. And I thought here in this little break behind this beautiful tree where I get a bit of shade that I would talk you through how I motovlog. So this will be the first part of several videos where I'm going to be telling about how I do this. And the first one here is going to be about how do I fit the cameras on the bike. First of all, I have a main camera which is sitting right here on my helmet on the front. I have a little holder that sits with Velcro, so this one can be taken off, but I actually never take it off. So it sits here with a little GoPro holder, and I can easily untighten this screw, and then I can tilt the camera in the angle that I want. And I find that the most ideal angle, if I can just fit a finger in here between the camera and the helmet, then just experience has shown me that that's a good angle. Then I get a little bit of the bike, a little bit of the road, and a bit of the scenery as well. So this is the DJI Osmo Action camera. It is the first version. It's not the new one that's out now, because that is a modular system, and I don't think that would be very appropriate for me. So you can say this is actually an outgoing camera that I'm using, but I'm really happy about it. And to this camera here on the helmet, I have attached an external microphone. And in order to do that, you have to remove the little lid that sits here on the side that opens the camera up to where the SD card is placed and also where you can charge it. And then you have to buy this little third-party adapter because DJI do not make any themselves. And then you can put in your microphone, your lavalier microphone in that one. So as you see, this is for sure not ideal. First of all, it's no longer waterproof. It is not really dust proof either, but it's the only way with this camera. And the challenge is to find a microphone that is not too good, because if it is a high quality microphone, it just picks up everything and your voice gets really distorted and it just sounds horrible. So I went through quite a few microphones before I found one that was bad enough. So the microphone is placed in here. I have made a little zip tie here that holds the microphone, and then there's a dead cat around it to take as much of the wind noise as possible. And then if I'm talking, I try to keep the visor down while talking, because otherwise it does pick up quite some wind noise. I can also put the camera here on the top of the helmet, here on the side, but actually I don't do that so often. I just find that it's really easy to control everything when I have it right here. I can just flip the camera down and I can see if it's filming or if it's out of battery. And also I find that it's kind of my perspective. So the person watching my YouTube videos is watching everything through my eyes. Hello! Yes, today, today I did Lubango, Bibala, and then now here, yeah, and then Serleba, and then Lubango, yeah. I tend to keep that camera here all the time because of this microphone setup, and that I have to take the lid off. And I have two other cameras, one that I'm filming with right now, and that one I can put on either a selfie stick . Today I'm just going on a little nice tour without all my luggage. I'm actually just enjoying the scenery and filming and flying my drone and stuff. And then I will usually put a selfie stick right here. I put it on this telephone holder so that I don't lose it. And then I will also put my camera on this one while I ride. But obviously I prefer to do this when it's very remote and when there's not a lot of people around, because my left hand is occupied with this selfie stick, so I have to trust that I don't have to change gears. And then I have different attachment points on the bike where I can put a camera. I have one ram mount here on the top of this rack. Then I have one ram mount here, which is one that I can move around. So there's a little screw here on the back side, and then I can just put it anywhere I like that. I have one up here that is really good if I want to film myself. And for that one, I have an extra ram mount here with the 3 joints that I can put on like that. Oh, it's not so easy with one hand. So now it's pretty high. And I can actually move it without having to undo the screws. So if I want to just move it around a little bit, I can. And I think also that's quite an advantage, because if I crash, you don't want anything to be too tight. It's better that it moves so that the camera doesn't crash or break. I did break one camera at the Sani Pass when I crashed there. The camera was sitting on this one, I believe, and I crashed on that side, so the camera broke, unfortunately. But the cool thing about the DJI camera is that you can replace the lens, and it was the lens that broke. So you can take this one off, and then you can buy a new one and put it on like that. If I'm riding with someone else, I will also put a ram mount on their bike, just to see me from a different perspective, which can be really nice. I think it's all about just changing perspectives, and sometimes it's hard work, and I do find that I can get a little bit lazy sometimes and only film with the helmet camera. But it is really cool when you get the different angles, and it just makes the video way more interesting to look at. And you can both like film down on the surface, the sand maybe, or you can film backwards and see just the dust behind the bike, or the crazy traffic behind you, or whatever it is that you are filming. So yeah, just kind of change it up a little bit is definitely really cool. It is also the hardest part, I find, because it just requires that you stop all the time. I'm tired. Hello, how are you? I don't have any remote controls for these cameras. It doesn't come with the DJI, and you can't get a third party either. So that's really one thing that I don't like about this camera. It would be fantastic if I could have a little remote control sitting on the handlebar and I could control all 3 cameras. That is how I place my cameras on the motorcycle. And I actually just stopped here because I wanted to fly my drone and film the big escarpment up there, the Tondavala. And I thought that it was a good timing to make this little part 1 of how I motovlog. So I hope you enjoyed that and that you found a little bit of inspiration. And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!